What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Four Kings Podcast. Back like cook crack more sauce than the Big Mac. It's your boy, C Mac.
Spray Bud. I thought you was gonna go a little longer than that. So.
Nah, you know I can be long winded, but tonight I'm gonna go on and get right on with it. You know, we're gonna try and jump on in it first and foremost. If it's your first time rocking with us, like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Shout out to my boy K. We in the building. If you ain't in the Four Kings Podcast ENT group chat, hey, holler at somebody in the comments. Get that link. Let's run it up. Spotify, Google, Apple, Twitch, IG, Twitter, YouTube. Holler at us. We everywhere. That's all I can say. Shit, we on Amazon at this point. I mean, you know, you tell Alexa, hey Alexa, play Four Kings Podcast, but you got to make sure you put them settings in, and then we'll come right on up though. What's up, Sorrelda? The infamous Facebook user. But in all seriousness, though, I want to give a moment of silence because the person who is the most motivation behind this podcast. It's the anniversary of my sister's untimely accident. So I'm gonna just give a brief moment of silence and pay respect to her. It's been 3 years. We finally starting to close some of these things out. We still waiting on the criminal case to close out. So if you could, hashtag justice for Taylor McCowan. All right, everybody, let's get it. So, first things first, it is Black History Month all month long. We want to celebrate that one, and like it says in the graphics, Black History Month every month, because it's always something that that we didn't contributed to the history of America that they downplay. Yeah, they're gonna hide from us. It's still people that to today that don't know. It's a black man on the back of the $2 bill.
All right, you got me with that one.
So, hey, it's history all the way around. So, I'm gonna start dropping jewels here and there throughout the month. I'm like about 7 episodes back from being all the way fully caught up with our catalog on the podcast platforms. But what's up, Auntie? So yeah, we're gonna definitely get it popping though. Appreciate that, V. So with it being Black History Month, we have to address this first and foremost. R.I.P. to Tyree Nichols. Appreciate it, Gina. I think the Memphis 5 really it left a bad taste in my mouth. Because I saw the video, and if you hadn't seen the video, prepare yourself. But it was plastered all over social media. The first thing that I'm going to say is everybody needs to give respect to this person who's no longer here, and stop making everything about a clickbait and this running narrative about stop perpetuating these false narratives. Let the truth come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole thing that everybody's running with now is, his girl was the police officer's ex-wife or ex-girl, and that's why he was targeting him and this and the third. That is a rumor. It has not been confirmed, and you got people that's over here throwing salt out here and spinning these stories.
That don't justify shit though. So like,
what do you mean?
Even if the nigga was like.
It don't
justify shit.
But you got families that's grieving at this time, and this is what you know what I'm saying?
That's what niggas do, man. Niggas gonna dig, man. That's what they do, dog. Like, if you already know it's gonna come, like it can't bother you at this point. If not, you'll go crazy.
And I guess because again,
I don't make it right. I'm just saying, like, it's to be expected at this point with everything.
But we got to do better, though. That's what I'm saying. If you know better, you do better, and we got to do better at this point.
These niggas know better; they just won't do better. The lie is more entertaining than the truth.
You know what?
Always.
That's the best way to say that. The lie's more entertaining than the truth.
It always is. So I mean,
Let's see. Then they're like playing telephone. You right. And then that's why I've learned to be slow to speak on stuff and let it play out. Yeah. Cause like I found that I've seen that circulating and everything. And shout out to Kat who couldn't be with us tonight. She was taking care of business, you know, mommy duty. I ain't never mad at that. Shout out to Jamie. She couldn't be here tonight.
It's bullshit.
But
Hope you all right, Jamie.
Yeah, she should be back next week. V said, "Bro, saying we have to do better doesn't mean we are." I feel you. Like it just
Lead
saying we
by
have
example,
to do
man.
better, huh?
That's all you can do. Lead by example.
But then when you see people posting that, you could also be like, "Hey,
Not
man,
even-
you know,
damn the internet. Live your life how you expect everybody else to be doing this, because somebody's watching.
you right."
So if you doing what you speaking about, and people are watching you, that'll be, because most of the time niggas got to see it to believe it anyway. So if they see be like, oh, that nigga is like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can be a determined factor to make somebody change and get away from the bullshit they be on. Because a lot of times people want attention.
You're right, and that's the sad part about
People
it.
want
Like
attention.
we
That's
we
all
in
it is.
we in the era where everybody want attention instead of just having the correct attention. They just want any kind of attention.
Attention whores.
So one of the things you and I discussed is that when I watched the video in totality, and I
Couldn't do
said, you know what? Initially watching this video, I could tell he didn't pull over right away, and I could tell that because first clip they yanked him out the car. Well, how would you be able to yank him out the car if you freeze frame him and watch it? He was surrounded by cars, so in order to have enough cars on the scene like that, he had to be going quite a while. And then when I found out later on that his mom's house wasn't even too far from where he got pulled
No, they
over.
were filming from the mom's porch.
Huh?
People were filming from the mom's porch.
And
He was trying to get to his mama's house.
who is it? Oh, that's Raven. Raven changed her name to Unique Rose. All right, now we're gonna find out what kind of rose you talking about.
Oh shit.
You can't answer for other people's problem issues. You right, but at the same time, again, we got to take more accountability for each other, because if we withhold information, we just as wrong as the people that's not saying anything I take that back. We just as wrong as people who telling the lie if we withholding information. So people give people incorrect information all the time. If you know it to be incorrect or wrong, that ain't what you and going on and do that. Because again, we all about trying to move this needle forward, take this next step forward, and we can't if we keep doing the coon stuff. Period. If we let people continue to lie to us, we always gonna be trying to be crabs in a bucket. And that's all I'm trying to say.
In this day and time, everybody believes and sees that, oh, it's a couple people on it that's making money on Instagram. If I go viral, I'm gonna make some money too. And you know, niggas, and everybody just money hungry at this point. So any way you can get to a dime without having to do much, they gonna do it.
Or is it your place if you don't know if it's right or wrong? No, it ain't your place if you don't know it's right or wrong. But if you know what they say, if you know better, you do better. And if you know, you need, just like, so we didn't have people, prime example. So we didn't been in situations where we didn't got pulled over. Like, we already know that when they flash them lights, they want you to pull over immediately. Any given little,
Bruh, if they feel like they chasing you, they gonna beat your ass. Everybody, I know everybody in the squad.
everybody knows.
Anybody from A-Leaf know that. But anybody anyway, most of the time a grown man gonna know, nigga, don't even try to run. Because if you try to run and you stop, they gonna beat your ass. Not making it right. It's a fact.
Yeah, it's a fact.
The chances are too high of this motherfucker being irritated that he didn't have to chase you, you didn't just pull up. Because even if you wasn't trying to run and you just trying to get to some light, sometimes that pisses them off when they act crazy with you.
Yep. Like,
and they understand you trying to get to some light, but it's like, no, I want you to stop now.
Yeah.
Y'all got to realize some of these motherfucking laws were popular when they were in school. They got bullied. They got their little bags, think they got a little power. They still pussy, but I got my homeboys.
Damn.
Man, I got my homeboys with me. They got my back, and I got this gun and badge, and I can tell these people anything, and they gonna believe it. So I'm gonna take advantage of my little power. But you got to think about it. A lot of people do that in any position, even in corporate.
True.
They get
Very
a little
true.
bitty piece of power,
Yeah.
and they act crazy. They can be the manager at Taco Bell, but that's the power that they got over people.
I'm giving these wings out, son.
Man, like,
Shout out to the Taco Bell wings.
Bro, the biggest thing when you get pulled over by the laws, man, the biggest thing to remember is, nigga, go home. Make it to the house, nigga. Get to the house.
Yeah.
You got to get through it to get to the house.
Yeah.
Get through it.
That's the main thing. Get to the house. I mean, like, figure out what you, yes, sir, no, sir, going on and get to the house. That's it.
The thing is, niggas be on the run because you may have a little warrant, but go sit down for a day or two, dog.
Yeah.
It ain't worth your life.
No. So in this particular situation, he didn't commit any offense. He did do that, but then he didn't even get grace because, you know, one of the things that happens as a black man driving, you have to be in fear of black police officers pulling you over. You had who was it? It was somebody pointed it out. No, we talked about it.
Look,
skin folk ain't always your kinfolk.
I don't know, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes a black police officer gonna be harder on you than a white police
The
officer.
worst experience I've ever had with a police officer was a black cop. Put a gun to the back of my head for no damn reason. I was already cuffed. He put a gun to the back of my head, I'm already cuffed. This nigga was off duty.
Off duty?
When I caught that case, it was an off-duty law. Yeah. Doing security in the parking lot of some apartments. And claimed he smelled weed coming out of my car.
And you had no weed.
I had some. He didn't find it.
Look, see, it's statute of limitations. So
It's over.
It's over. Okay. I wasn't gonna try snitch on you. I was gonna stick with it.
It's over with.
I was gonna stick with it.
Nah,
okay.
I mean,
2009. Okay, yeah.
I'm good.
You good. You good.
Look, that's the first notification anyway. It ain't on my record no more.
Right. Boys in the Hood taught us that. Yeah, that was a perfect example. Appreciate you. Boys in the Hood taught you that sometimes black police officers are worse on us than white people. So yeah, if you didn't learn nothing from that, some of y'all who ain't watched Juice, Boys in the Hood,
look, no
Point
lie.
of Justice, go back and watch the movies, man.
I've had some bad experience with white cops too, but I've also had some great experience with white cops.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing stuff I knew I had no business doing. And them boys let me make it. Like, I'm so serious.
Yeah.
Could have got me state time for real.
Right.
And boy was like, hey, man, get off the road, bro. Let me make it. Even the cop that took me to jail when the black cop did me dirty like that.
Yeah.
It was a younger white guy.
Yeah.
He took me in. He was like, I ain't gonna lie to you. If he wasn't my superior, I would have just let you make it because it don't seem like nothing was really going on.
Exactly.
I was like, can you tell some people that in court? I can't do that, bro.
Nah, you can't. Not in that situation.
So I mean, that's been a bad experience for me with black cops. So.
But again, it didn't make it any better that these were black cops, and everybody talking about Black Lives Matter, and then they talking about how the people the now you got Blue Lives Matter. It at this point, people just need to start putting themselves in other people's positions when they pulling them over. I understand we've had cases where police officers, great guys, that get killed doing regular traffic stops. But you knew that when you signed up to do this job. You got to treat everybody the same across the board. You can't pick and choose. You know, you just got to make sure in the back of your mind, you trying to go home the same way you came to work. That's it. So, and that's why they get paid the way that they get paid. They get all the perks that they get.
They don't get paid work, damn.
No, so look, check it out.
Perks is the side job.
There you go.
That's where the money is.
Nah, and then not only that, they take care of you. Like if something happened to you in line of duty, like for real. So, but no, the other thing that made this work worse is that 3 of the members that was beating him, they were members of Omega Psi Phi, bro. That's crazy. A black Greek letter organization, and you out here doing this. That ain't what we stand for as being part of the Divine Nine. So, and I ain't seen him make a sci-fi make a statement yet, so that's crazy.
Is that that to be true? Like,
No, that's true. He had on the wristband in the video, bro, and he had prior criminal history. Well, like he had an incident where he was involved in like hazing or something like that before. Yeah. So it wasn't like this is confirmed. So now
I just don't understand how it just escalated to all that, man.
So
again, him not stopping, but I mean,
I don't even.
Like I said, don't make it right.
It don't.
But
I'm talking about. I seen he got kicked 3 times. Dude came out with a baton. He was hitting him with haymakers. This is just flat out like
one of my little partners get pulled over. Yeah. So he had a warrant.
Yeah.
So he tried to run.
Nah.
He catch out running.
Messed up it.
I'll shoot him in the back.
He said
he lived.
Yeah.
Still had to. I had to lay on my stomach in like 4 months in prison. Scared somebody was gonna try.
Yeah. Especially on your stomach.
Black cop.
Man.
But, I mean, I think
now, hey, that was the truth. Harsh truth. Just because you Greek or Mason doesn't mean every brother is a good brother. You're right. That's the truth. Because, like, one of the things we say, Cap is like a brother's a bruh, right? But it's some brothers that ain't really brothers. Like we all part of the noble clan, but I don't, I don't gel with what you putting down. So, absolutely, it was overkill. I was like, hey, yo. So, to switch gears, again, with this being a teaching moment, right? So, we had Marcus Stokes, right? If you don't know what Marcus Stokes was, he's the white quarterback out of Florida who went viral because he was on Snapchat talking about, welcome back, nigga, yeah. And they got a hold of that clip, and he had a scholarship to Florida to play football. Lost his scholarship. Then Albany State gave him a scholarship, and then Alabama A&M gave him a scholarship. Well, Albany State, the reason why it's funny that these 2 HBCUs gave him an opportunity is because they saw this as a teaching moment and a redemption moment, right?
That's how you feel?
They did.
Okay.
What you taking from it?
Nigga, they saw talent.
I mean, yeah, you saw talent, but I mean, why not? If everybody, you only got three offers.
They gonna look at it like this.
Okay.
Power 5 school ain't gonna touch them right now.
Right.
Bad publicity, right?
Right.
But HBCU, they can look at oh, that boy good. We need that boy right. If we can get him to come play over here, because in any other time, you think he would have went to HBCU if he would have gotten into this trouble?
Hell no, he was gonna go to Florida.
Okay, yeah. Exactly. We your last chance, my nigga. What you gonna do? We ain't got all the amenities everybody else got, but you can play here though. Yeah. We ain't even tripping on that. That's gonna be between you and the players in the locker room. But come on, man, it's
if you ask me,
everything's bad until you make a good play. They'll forget about it.
I think you're gonna have to do some PR, dog. I think you're gonna have to do some PR because everybody loves a redemption story, but they also want to see you put that
one good game. You won't hear shit about it no more until you get to like a draft or something. They'll bring it back up, but it may be.
We gonna see.
It's gonna be whispers in the background. If the boy play good, you won't. Come on, dog. Look at Big Ben. They always talk about Kobe.
The rate.
Look at Big Ben. Nigga, they ain't even said nothing about that.
Who?
Nobody's ever said anything about Big Ben.
They've said stuff about Ben all the time. Bro, and even when Kobe passed, that one reporter.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They've always brought up Kobe.
R.I.P. to Kobe because it's that time of the year too.
You think Big Ben?
R.I.P. Gigi.
You think Big Ben gonna go to the Hall of Fame?
I don't know if he's gonna be first ballot, but he probably go.
You think they gonna mention it?
Probably not. Shit, Brett Favre in the Hall of Fame and stole all the money
When the last time you heard something about that situation?
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. They gonna pick and choose token white kids.
so we too damn forgiving as black folks. Plus, it was talent and the biz that override that. He'll transfer after a solid season.
Yeah.
That's what Ray Bun said.
said.
That's what he said.
Bro, it's water under the bridge, dog.
See, Big Ben got 2 rapes. See,
I know, but I'm saying nobody talks about it.
well, because one of them, because of the hypersensitivity right now versus back then, and then social media magnifies stuff times 30 by now. Like you can do something right now, huh?
It don't matter if it, man. Look,
No, but timing is a lot to do with a lot, especially today.
if you did it, you did it.
If you did it, you
You
did.
killed a man, you killed a man. You raped the woman, you raped the woman. It don't matter if it was yesterday, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. You did it, you did it.
So prime example, the stuff with R. Kelly happened, right? Everybody seen the bootleg tapes and all that, this, that, and the third. Everybody like, he did it. But what was one of the reasons why you couldn't move forward with the case? You really had it. Nobody was really pushing it.
Negroes
like that.
always gonna look at it like this. Court of law found him not guilty.
That's what they said, right? They did. They
Court of law
said
said he's not guilty. We can't talk about it no more.
But again,
But this nigga was found guilty for this shit.
now, oh, you talking about Ben?
Ben.
Yeah, no, Ben had settled and all that other stuff. He ain't really, But R. Kelly got found guilty, and he'll never see the light of day.
Well, that's just now.
Now, why? You had a special that came out. Social media was all over it. You couldn't turn away from it. Gail did a special with him, and he was around there.
But
So
you notice what you're saying though.
what's up?
See, you not listening. Like my point is, you see how they do black folks?
I'm looking at the timing, bro.
No.
The timing, because look, if that had been Ben doing that
They
now,
didn't make no fuss about that man.
so so since you said that,
They even got Tiger Woods.
Chris was passing out bootleg Arlen Kelly back in high school. I don't. Anyway,
I'm saying like they ain't gonna even back then when Tiger got in trouble, it was a big deal.
no, it really wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Nah,
they
it
talked about
wasn't.
that shit for the longest. And
No.
still sometimes bring the shit up.
No,
Yeah.
Tiger had it. He redeemed himself, did all that or whatever. Tiger didn't really go.
That took 10 years, bro.
Tiger didn't really get out there like that though.
Tiger stayed in the house.
Okay, so but that's what I'm saying though. So
But
look,
what
look,
I'm saying is they running specials on these boys. Bro. What I'm trying to show you is the difference.
Ben didn't have no. So if Ben had got convicted of rape today, it would.
You know he did it.
It was.
You know he paid him off. It's all fact. They made no deal of it.
Nah, but if he'd have done it today, because look at all the other people that did.
I'm even saying back then, even when R. Kelly got in trouble back then, they was doing shit on it.
Fight talking about it's not you. Shout out Fight. No, because look at Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein. Everywhere. That boy got arrested. What'd he do? He went to jail, killed himself, right?
Boy didn't kill himself, but okay.
But what I'm saying is, social media has made it now to where if you do something, it's almost hard to get away with it. Like, bro, they gonna press you a like, a share, all that, magnify. And once it go viral, it's over.
2 weeks.
Now,
Tops. Goes water under the bridge. People have the shortest.
So watch. So when Kyrie, I gotta start pointing out white people in order for it to make sense.
Exactly.
So this kid right here, if it was, we gonna see how this play out. I'm gonna leave it at that.
If that boy, I'm telling you right now, if that boy go play spring ball somewhere at one of these colleges, by the time next season, they not even gonna be worried about this little boy no more. I'm telling you, one good play and it's over.
And a little PR. That's all I'm saying. A little PR.
They don't need no. It's gonna be one good play, and they gonna bring it up. And yeah, he got in trouble for. But now look at him on the field. He's very forgiving and all that bull. They gonna run it like he's a golden child that just made a little bitty mistake.
So the kicker for the punter or whoever it was for the Buffalo Bills, he got caught up in a scandal before the season really jumped off, and they cut him, saying that he had raped some chick back in college because he had just got drafted. He was gone. Quick.
We
Thank
talking
you.
about a punter.
Here we go. I gave you one.
Yeah, nigga, that I didn't even. As much as I watch Sports Center, and that's how exactly. The difference of the coverage.
But I'm gonna tell you the reason why is because he was. Once it happened, they let him go. Come to find out, he didn't even do what they said he did. But again, you're not a Buffalo Bill fan like that. That's why you ain't paying attention. But it's all good.
I ain't paying attention no goddamn punter.
Romo was gonna say Niners. Oh yeah, Romo was gonna say the N-word on camera. Man, I ain't worried about him being on Tiger. Tiger don't even really claim being black. So it's going on to get that out the way. But what I will say is, yeah, we'll see how that play out with Marcus Stokes. So
that boy gonna go for 600 first game.
600 yards.
600 yards,
That's
5 touchdowns, and 4 rushing touchdowns. They're gonna be like, what happened when he said what? Hey, it's not a big deal, man.
All right. So we also gonna bring it back because Texas is just having a real rough go at this point in time. We had a tornado out here.
Pasadena.
Deer Park in Pasadena got lit up.
Yeah.
And now we going through this Central Texas freeze. So Dallas and San Antonio getting whoa out.
18 wheelers on the freeway
sliding. Yeah.
I've been in pissed on myself up there.
So I'm just glad we ain't getting the freeze this year.
You're supposed to get it in the morning. They say it's gonna be ice on the road in the morning. Better keep your eyes on the news, man.
I was at work today, bro. I wasn't really even on the phone like that.
You get Fox 26 send you them alerts, man. They send you them alerts. They keep you in the know. So
what you missed, Michaela, was that you didn't like, share, comment, and do whatever you're supposed to do, but that's all right. We still love you anyway. But for real though, prayers out to Deer Park and Pasadena and Dallas and San Antonio. I just checked on my sister. She's like, she good. She working from home out there. Yeah.
Yeah, my sister-in-law and father-in-law, it was like, yeah,
I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Ain't going nowhere. I don't blame.
So yeah, we keeping the pushing though, but thank God it hadn't been no like major casualties, like because when we had the freeze, it was everybody. The grid is holding up, so ain't nobody gonna be mad at Abbott and all that right now in ERCOT. So we sitting out right now.
Like it should have held up the last time.
Hey, so but yeah, man, y'all do what y'all supposed to do. Don't be around there overusing the grid like that.
Niggas finna have Peter on 90 and still have goddamn wall units plugged in, man.
Oh, this lady fell asleep last night. Now I did watch this on the news. She fell asleep last night, and the standing heater fell and caught the sofa on fire. She was asleep on the sofa. So whole stuff caught on fire. She made it out alive though.
The ones I got that little tip sensor on the back.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm like, if it got it, shouldn't it? I don't know, bro. I don't know how it happened.
Mine got a little time on it, so I can leave it on for a few hours. It'll shut out by itself. Right, the man cave snoring.
So also over the weekend, Michael B. Jordan was on SNL, right? Let's see, what did she say? Oh, she just So Michael B. Jordan was on SNL and Lil Baby was on there. I wasn't really watching it for Lil Baby's performances. I was more or less watching it to see how funny it was gonna be. Because I mean, like, if you get on SNL, you got to come with it. The first few clips was like they could have kept that. Like they could have kept that. It wasn't until they got to that Jake State Farm clip, bro. And that's why I was like,
I'm glad you showed me that. I ain't watched SNL in years. So when you saw, I was like, oh, I didn't know, but
I'm gonna go back and finish watching the rest of it though. But like clip was funny.
It's not my type of comedy.
It ain't, but again, when certain people get on there, I watch it. Cause like when Keke Palmer was on there and she announced her pregnancy and everything, right? So I wanted to see how funny Keke could be because she had a little comedy when she was in Nope. She, done a little roles
Keke
in.
a little funny, but she at this point at her age now, it's just annoying.
Damn.
The whole I hope she really not like that. But I think it's because I'm so laid back and people that's all perky like that all the time and the neck rolling and
I don't think she really she ain't really like that, bro.
Not.
And I think she's more like that in front of the camera because if you watch her like
it's annoying for me when I watch it on camera, so I can't really get with it.
If you watch her social media posts and stuff like that, you get to see a whole nother side of her. So yeah, shout out to Keke Palmer. I did
shot up the club on him.
He did. Got him one. But I did want to talk about the guests we was trying to have on there, but I was like, nah.
Don't do it. Hey, we ain't finna go there.
We ain't gonna go there?
Nah, man, because I'm gonna offend some people.
We gonna offend a lot of people.
So now
we gonna offend a little people. We gonna
man, just go cut that shout.
We gonna quit. We gonna quit. All right. So we was listening. I was listening to Joe Budden podcast, and Joe Budden said something, and it made me go back and say, no, it wasn't Joe Budden. It was Melissa Ford.
But it was Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah. And I said, come on, CD. He said, what? So apparently, Bert and Ernie Bengay, which everybody played and joked about that, this, that, and the third. One of the writers that used to write for Sesame Street, who is openly gay, was like the story. Bert and Ernie were written after him and his significant other. I said, that's crazy. I'm like, for over 50 years?
Man, in them times he couldn't say that shit.
Over 50 years, though they've been
it is what it is.
Dropping this in front of kids and
they sprinkle it everywhere, man.
That's crazy. So I learned a little something new when I remember hearing about it. I'm like, dang, but no, for real, it confirmed and everything.
No. I mean, like I said, it was a few years ago when I remember seeing. I'm like, okay, well, there goes that. Kids can't watch Sesame Street no more. I have nothing against, like, I don't have anything against.
I don't either
at all.
And I really feel
don't feel like certain things should be put in front of a child.
That's my point.
If a child's gonna make that decision, let them make that decision. But then even at that age, I don't feel like they're
introducing it too early.
It's way too, to me, that's just way too early.
Because then you end up like Dwayne Wade and his
at that age, you still trying to keep. Didn't he just have like a prom or some shit? They, whatever, man. But
use them pronouns.
Man, look.
Shout out to the LGBTQIA+.
I heard a lady say that it was a couple of days ago to somebody like, she told a grown man to use better pronouns. I'm in a store and he said, what? Bitch, take this money. And he was like talking to his wife, and she was like, you need to use better pronouns. Bitch, take this money. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Stay out of motherfuckers' business.
Oh.
So, I mean, but that shit, they've been throwing this shit like that in cartoons and shit, whatever. If you really, as an adult, watch these cartoons, you start seeing shit that you did not see when you was young.
Well, so I'll say this. This is the funniest thing is that people don't realize it. Cartoons are adult cartoons. Well, not even adult cartoons. Cartoons in general are written by adults.
Yeah.
Right? So adults are embracing their inner child, but they still got that adult side to them. So they drop certain stuff in the... What we got? Four Kings Podcast.
Hey, what's up with y'all?
What's okay?
So, hey, I was in the dispensary, and this non-binary person. They was like, they told me that I couldn't call my wife, and they was like, that's your partner. And I said,
It
what?
was something
She
like
was
that. Like,
yeah, they were like, you can't call them your wife or your partner because wife is insensitive and wife is. And I was like, well, what if she chooses to be called my wife? What if that's what she wants to be called? And then and then it was like, well, as a man, and I was like, excuse me, as a man, I said, you just assume my gender.
got you.
She said, what? I said, how do you know that I'm not non-binary? I just choose to dress like this. I don't subscribe to your gender. I'm not a man or a female. And then she was kind of just sat there for a second, but then, you know, they wanted to kind of like go back and forth with me, but they couldn't. It was kind of like catching your own game, bitch. Ha.
It's like, mind your fucking business. Like this shit has nothing to do with you. Like, where you get out trying to correct me?
Right.
You don't know me from fucking can of paint. Like,
Right.
why the fuck you even worried about what I'm thinking about?
I'm like,
Stop trying to
They feel
change
like they gotta
everybody to
impose their
think the
will
way
on
you
other
think.
people, dog.
so
Just because they have to impose their will on other people because they feel so disenfranchised that now they got a little momentum. It's like, all right, cool. You're gonna feel what I'm talking about. It's the same thing like when black people get mad about people using slang. It was like, dog, nothing that black people make is for us.
Yeah.
I want us to stop doing that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. You can tell everybody in the world, oh, we invented math and we invented this. Don't nobody give a fuck. Don't nobody care. They gonna use your shit and make money off of it.
Yeah.
What you gonna do about it?
Ain't shit you can do.
No. Make
So,
something else. Make something else they gonna make money off of
Michaela
it.
say her kids be wanting to know about that, and they're 9 and 10.
That's because they send it at school.
Well, most people know their sexuality when they're about 6 or 7, dog. Let's be honest.
I
Like,
wouldn't.
I
even-
knew I wanted pussy when I was 7. I knew I did.
I was like 6. I knew. Yeah, but
Right, you knew.
What made
But
you,
like,
how
if
you
you
know
don't,
you knew that?
because I was already
because I
writing
wanted
love
to fuck
letters
on
at
something.
6,
What are
bro.
you talking about? I was dry humping. I got caught dry humping in school. Like, what are you talking
But I'm
about?
saying, like, what got your mind to even thinking about sex at 6 or 7?
Nah, I wouldn't.
Man, I was
You know,
looking at
I'm
that girl and I was like, I want to roll up against her. I don't know what it was.
But it has to be something that you've seen that made you say, "Oh, that's what they be doing."
I was
with
not exposed to none of that. That was Miss Manish. Yeah, I've been here
Yeah.
before.
Okay.
Hey, okay.
I was 6 years old. I wrote a love letter. My mom found the letter, said, "You can't send this to no little girl." I said, I had to rewrite that thing.
Man, I remember doing all the stuff like that, young, like very young.
I'm rubbing on grown women's titties and everything that said
Oh,
like
nah, I wouldn't.
But
I
see,
extra
wouldn't.
close hugs, like ooh,
The
like you know what I'm
thing
saying? Like
I know where mine came from.
Okay.
Being around my
Okay.
dad, and like, for instance, I go stay at my grandparents' house.
Right.
My grandfather, R.I.P. He stay up late watching Showtime. Everybody that's about our age, they know what's
You
coming.
know
on
what
that show.
time it is.
So me being me, I would always, I'm chilling up with granddaddy. So the little movies that come on, when they get to the sex, you like, turn your head, boy. I turn my head, you hear him. Say, I'm like, oh, I gotta see whatever grandpa looking at. It's gotta be live. That's how I'm thinking. So I know, like, and then my dad, man, look, man. If I didn't told you anything about my dad, he in them, hey man,
that's funny.
that's just how he moves.
Yeah.
He is a ladies' man. He loves some women.
Yeah.
So it's like I know where that came from in me. Like be anywhere.
Well, I mean, maybe I was
friends.
it might have been something like that, but I don't think that like something you can look at is going to influence you. I just think you are what you are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But I just feel like they're just trying to influence these kids a little.
I don't care. I don't care how much stuff you show me. Couldn't nothing make me gay.
Well, so here's the thing. I wouldn't say that, like, you have some people who definitively know who they are, right?
Yeah.
And then you have some
Right.
people that are curious,
Right.
right? So
Right.
I'm not saying that people don't know, they do know. It different strokes for different folks. And so
I mean, if you're curious to me, you buy. That's just what that is.
well, I mean, that doesn't necessarily
you're
make
just
you
too scary to try it. That's all it is.
no. I mean,
Bro, ain't no curiosity in me.
Now you gotta ask, like, see what he's saying. You gotta, like what they was asking Tank that time. So like,
Exactly.
so
there
if
you
you
go.
just curious
There you go.
and you suck a dick once, does that make you gay? I'm just saying.
If you suck a dick once, it make you whatever it
No.
make you. But you know,
So
so
I'm saying, so if a nigga suck a dick once and he don't like it, he say, "Oh no, I don't like that. I only like women." But he didn't already suck a dick before. Is he gay?
whew, he's bi.
Can't even say that, bro.
You can't say that though.
Because he
Why I can't say that?
he experimented it. It wasn't for him, and he moved on.
This nigga
But-
said
he had a
he said
sexual
he touched the
experience.
dick, so he is gay forever.
Well,
I
he's
hear
not
she
gay.
Or he's bisexual, like you said.
He's bi.
and but you know what? At the end of the day, you are what you choose to identify as. Period. So if he chooses to,
Well, no, because
Yes.
I identify as you. I identify as rich. Nigga.
hey, and rich is always a state of mind. That doesn't always mean your monetary value. So you can be rich in health. You can be
Well,
rich
I want to be
in,
rich in bread, not in spirit. And
well, hey, that's a whole nother topic. You know, that you got to keep grinding. But you sending them packs, you know, you be all right. You be all right.
No, I ain't gonna say no pack.
Boy,
No,
can't
we
send
can.
no packs. Don't do them like that, man.
So I got one question I'm gonna pose, and Fight was on there, and I gotta give him his just due. Fight said something that was so profound. He was like, you know, the true measure of a friend is whether or not they do something for you without a return on the investment. They're not doing it because they want something out of it. They're doing it because they just genuinely want to see you win or they want to help you out.
But then, ain't you doing it because it make you feel good? You still getting something from it?
How?
Because it made
Because
you
you feel
good.
good about doing it. Ain't no such thing as altruism.
See?
You can't do something. Oh, I just did it because it was the right thing to do. No, you get euphoria from that. You get some endorphins from that. You get good feelings from that. You're doing it because it makes you feel good. It's just like a drug. There's no such thing.
They're really cutting up tonight, cleaning.
I hear.
I almost want to be like, yo, my man, hey.
And the shit ain't even dirty like that.
It ain't.
Like, it wasn't a dish on the sink. Bro, that's the thing that tripped me out. Like, I understand you got to do your little job, but like, bro, if this was my job, I walk through this bit, check a couple of trash cans.
Yeah, well,
But so Michaela said, once your mouth touch a man pee, you gay.
Oh man.
But again, people identify how they want to identify.
Yeah.
We the ones who be identifying them as what we identify them as.
Man, I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't either.
Long as you ain't fucking with me, I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't
Man,
care.
hey, that's your business.
Like,
Like,
just be respectful.
I know, like, with like what I do, you know what I'm saying? I'm a contractor, whatever. I've had clients that were gay or whatever they wanted to identify as.
Right.
And they told me straight up, like, man, yeah, the last dude that came, they didn't want to do the job because it was me and my husband here. Like, I don't give a fuck what y'all do in that bedroom. Is the money green?
Yeah.
The money
I don't
green.
give a
The jobs
damn.
will go.
It's not my business. I
That's
don't
it.
care. I don't have to see you again unless you want some more of this work. And
Right.
you got the money to pay me. I don't care. That's your business. That's between you, him, and God. Y'all handle y'all business.
I just don't like the if you flirt with me and I ask you not to, and then you continue.
Oh,
then
no,
it's
that's
like,
your
yeah.
ass.
That's different though. I mean, we all
But that
got
does not happen all the time. It's happened a
we
couple of times.
all
I had a dude
have
tell
boundaries.
me to untie his balloon knot. And I said, "Say, bro, don't
What?
say that to me." Yeah,
I didn't know what that meant. You gotta educate me on that one later.
a balloon knot. It's your booty hole. It look like a balloon knot.
Man, again, I see. I said later, he's gonna do it right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nah, look,
that's so
everybody,
disrespectful.
and I'm gonna say this though. If you handle it the right way with decency and respect, that's all you can do at the
Yeah.
end of the day. Because you know, if I say pay me, I don't care. He talking about that other thing that we was trying to get into. But nah, man. The next, I have a question, right? And I'm gonna drop the scenario on you, and I want to feel like get everybody's feel for this. So let's see. There's a lot of them that be intentionally trying to convert straight people. I hear you, but if you got a strong mind, and you know that's what you
How
want.
you convert something that
you-
you like turn a metal into
ain't
water?
no converting.
You can't do
All it took was a
that.
little
No
convincing.
conversion.
Same way a nigga
Yeah.
convinced a female to drop the pennies.
You can
Same
convince,
thing.
but you can't convert. Fucking
There you
right,
go.
right, bud.
That's all it is. You already had it on your mind.
All right. bet.
Uh-huh.
Because I remember in high school, I told one of my homegirls, oh, girl trying to holler at you. Oh, I'm strictly dickly. Every female that's ever said that to me ended up fucking with bitches. And guess what? That girl to this day, she fuck with girls. Like sometimes I seen it on it. I don't know. I say, you trying to convince me or you trying to convince yourself? It's on your mind.
man.
And I ain't gonna feel no type of way about you either way.
Right.
Because it ain't my business. I ain't gotta lay down with you. Now I would have with old girl, but that was a different story. But I was like, no, I see it on you, pimp. Like you like them girls. Nah. Then it was like, yeah, I don't like all girls. I just like that girl. Once again, you trying to convince yourself.
Sometimes I feel like a nigga. Sometimes I don't.
Now, what was this question, this scenario?
So here's the scenario, right? So, you know, a lot of people they depend on a lot of these new age parents, and not even just new age parents. Parenting in general takes a village to raise a child, and so some people lean on their parents to help raise their kids. Now, if you drop your kids off with their grandparents, should you be paying them money or not?
Yes.
I think you should give them a little something, especially if they old and retired.
Yeah, they retired, dog.
And the thing is,
Your kids.
I'm gonna feel like I should drop something to you. Now, if you give it back to me, but I may try to drop you something.
I'm like this. Yeah and no, bro. Like, at least, but no.
Because you still got to be considerate of their time. Yeah, they retired. They probably ain't had shit to do, but they probably didn't want to do shit. And they doing it out of love for you.
Yeah,
So,
that really be
I
what
think
it is.
it has nothing to do with how much money you give them. I just feel like if you drop them something, that's just your way of showing them, like, I really appreciate you doing this for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if my daddy watch my baby girl, I'm gonna get him some tequila, some cigars or something. You know what I'm saying? Something he
again,
like.
some kind of barter system or something. A sign of appreciation of some kind of token.
Either way, you finna drop some bread.
I'm with you.
Just drop something on them.
But I don't like this one. So the conversation got sparked up in another situation or whatever, right? And they was like, oh, you should be paying them $1,000 because that's what you would pay the daycare.
So when
That's crazy.
Here's the thing. 1,000 that's a little crazy. And the only reason I say that is because if I wanted to spend 1,000, I would have just took their ass to daycare. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to help me, I'm gonna drop you something like, oh baby, can you drop me a little something I need to pay this light bill? I got you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Got
saying?
you.
You know,
Is they
you need
gas
some
bill? I
gas
got
or something. I got you.
Yeah.
Whenever you with the kids and you need to go, you know what? I might have to fix the kids something. Let me cash app you. You can go run and y'all just buy something. I got you. I'm gonna take care of you like that.
Okay.
Now just dropping a hot 1,000 on you, you gotta be doing something else.
I'm paying rent.
So like you drop the kids off because they're not going to daycare, right? So you dropping them off because you going to work, right? And then you happen to have, you know, some of these people working doubles and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
So you at that point, like they done had kids for over 8 hours. It ain't
Drop them something.
But I'm saying though, we talking about time and a half now at this point.
Well,
No.
I mean, like it's you dropping something just because most of the time, like I said, a lot of well, not all, but a lot of grandparents and stuff will just be on some. Then my grandbabies, we good. But then you have situations where you know that person actually needs it. So it's like I'm gonna drop something on you regardless. So I'm gonna just bless your game.
Oh, she gave a whole nother spin to it. Michaela said, "What about the ones that live with our parents?"
Like, wait. So, do you live with the parents or do the parents live with you? It's the difference.
Either way, it don't matter.
No,
because
it do.
like, them not their kids.
Fuck that. Because if you living with me, motherfucker, this is room and board over here.
Yeah.
So like you should
Nah,
help
because
me.
they ain't do you like that.
Bullshit. Shit. Who did get that? Like, not it was probably indirectly, but it was, shit. Somebody had to pay for it, child support, something. Something was coming in because of me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, no, it's a difference. Like, if you live with me,
the argument that a lot of people were having, like, well, when the oldest kid got to a certain age, they was watching the kids. They didn't get paid,
right?
So why should you be
They
paying
got
them?
paid and they
Because the
got
goddamn massa at work right now.
Yeah.
You want us? You want us?
So Michaela say she live with her people.
You live with them.
She live with her parents.
Yeah.
At this point,
look,
that's the least you can do.
Right, bud. Check this out. This is an actual fact. They said that the people between 30 and 39, 50% of those people live with their parents right now because they can't afford rent.
Live with?
Yeah.
Live with.
Or the parents live with them?
Nah, bro.
No. They
done
move
got
back
so
into their
tough,
parents'
they
house.
move back in. Yeah. Yep.
50%. It's hard out here.
You want to hear something even crazier?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I hit the road.
Generation Z.
Shit.
They took a survey and surveyed 1,000 Generation Z workers, and they say at least once a week they get burned out from work.
I believe it.
And that shit, hey, bro, because
Time out. Generation Z is the younger, that's behind us.
I believe it.
So you believe it because, so let me take
They're not, because they're not, I believe it, and I feel like it's a fact. Because
No, I'm not saying it's not a fact.
No.
Okay.
I believe it. They're not as mentally tough as we are.
I was just about to go there. Yeah.
So I believe
I'm not
it.
gonna say that.
No. What?
Bullshit. They're not as
I
mentally
think that
tough
they
as
put
us.
up. I feel like we put up with more than they do,
No.
and I don't think that's doing mental fortitude. I just think that they just don't be going.
No. So
No.
that's
Mentally and
the
emotionally,
true,
they're not as strong as us.
that's the true microwave generation, bro. Like they need it, like right here, right now. Like they need it, and if they ain't coming right now, they don't have that. Okay, I'm gonna work and I'm gonna get to that point, set a goal and get to that point. No, they got to get it right now.
We were raised hustle, go get it.
Yeah.
They were raised, it has to be the easier way to do this.
There
shit.
you go.
So they're not mentally, and then you got to think about it. So like our parents, mostly all of our parents are like hard work and push you to do this. You got to go to school because they've been through some shit and they probably weren't living great. So they're going to push you to the point of, man, I got to do better than what we were doing growing up. Once you get to that point, it's like, okay, then you get your kids, you doing a little better than what your parents were doing. So you end up spoiling the shit out of those kids. Then those kids be like, well, I ain't really have to just work like that.
But
like
see,
it gotta be an
here
easier
go right
way.
here.
Because they don't have to work like that. I know a 13-year-old that makes $80,000 a year streaming.
But you
13
said-
years
But
old.
that's
He makes
streaming.
$80,000.
But again,
The thing
so
is-
that ties all the way back into what we were saying in the beginning. People thinking that just because one person's in front of a camera making $80,000 a year at 13 years old, well, shit, I can do it too.
But bruh, everybody's not made to be a millionaire.
There you go.
It has to
Well,
be
he ain't
people's
making a
script.
million. He ain't
I'm
hired
just
or
saying.
I show speed, but you know what I'm
But I'm
saying?
just
He's
saying.
still doing his thing.
Everybody's not made to be. Everybody's not going to be made. No, if
So-
if everybody in the world were just well off, it
You
would
wouldn't have
suck
people.
here.
You wouldn't have people to do this.
Come on now, who the
Yeah.
fuck gonna strip and make chicken wings? Who's gonna strip and make chicken wings? Everybody loves
Well, I
strippers
was
and
saying, they
everybody
gonna
loves
strip
chicken wings.
anyway.
So
They
it's
always
like,
gonna strip.
if everybody had bread, bro, no man, because most of the chicks are really in there just for the money. Well,
Yeah.
99.9. Some of them just dumb and just doing something because their friends out there doing it.
Right.
So it's kind of like if everybody were wealthy, dog, like nobody was gonna do those take those type of jobs. You think anybody be working at Burger King if they were like?
That's true.
Would anybody be at Taco Bell?
Who would come pick
It
your
wouldn't be no
trash up?
fast food.
Who
Because
gonna
people
pick up
own their
your
own
trash?
restaurants because people like to cook.
Who's gonna pick up your man? No,
Yeah.
because the more money you make, a lot of times the more money you make, the less you start trying to do like regular domestic shit.
Yeah.
So
That's
they
true.
always feel like I gotta save my time, so I'd rather pay somebody else to do it. So it would be a lot of
Yep.
jobs that wouldn't be getting handled if everybody were well off or wealthy.
Yep. That's true. So this is Generation Z talking right there. Say we just don't take a lot. If you're not giving me what I want, what I'm gonna stay for. And then they say we are no longer in the age of work hard and get your reward. We got to get it now.
Microwave.
That's what I'm saying. Microwave. See,
that's why they don't like hard work is like, oh no.
Well, no, they like, I want to get paid $60,000 today. So if I can't get $6,000, I'm gonna leave this job and go find somewhere that's gonna
and
pay.
They bounce around like
and they bounce around, bruh. And that's my point. And so we came from that mindset, like, okay, I want that, but I'm gonna keep working it. I need something right now, so I'm gonna keep at it till I can get to that point.
Hustle.
And if I can't get it from here, I'm gonna go get it from here and here, so I can get that.
Look at that generation, little dude that try to, sell a little weed or something. Never make it.
Yeah.
I know the difference. I bought weed from a 22-year-old and I bought weed from a 40-year-old. I'm straight up. So, little dude, 22-year-old, every time I seen him, he won't tell me about what he about to do to his car, and I'm finna stun on these niggas and call the nigga the next week. Man, waiting on the load now, big bro. Waiting on the load now. The older dude, nigga run his shit like a business.
Right.
He didn't grind it and got to the point the way he at.
Right.
You can call him at any time. Oh yeah, just go pick it up real quick.
But see, and again, I'm saying they don't have the same level of mental dexterity because it's so many things that are making them softer and pacifying them. Like, I gotta get these 3 points off real quick. So you just had that girl in Rockdale that was in that teacher's face. The teacher was about 6 times the size of the little chick. Talking about, and then the girl in the teacher never swung on her. That's the crazy thing. Never swung on her. The girl fell, got back up, got in the teacher's face, broke the teacher's leg. She gonna get charges, but at the same time, us growing up in the days that we grew up, we would never get in the teacher face like that.
We understood.
That's crazy. You was the Taylor. Don't say that. That's not true.
Who got in somebody's face like that, bro?
I fought
a Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Damn. What's the name? Who, Mr. Cherry?
Wait. Hold on. First of all, Mr. Cherry was a whole nother situation, so let's not even go there.
I want Mr. Cherry in the Rotunda. What's his name?
But again, you gotta give respect to get respect. And some of the things that happened, it was kind of like, okay, it almost seemed like he was talking to us instead of with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
And so again, and you got to understand, you got to know your audience. So you can't talk to everybody the same way. Like, I might be able to take it. Okay, all right. Some folks, again,
that depends on the type of relationship you have with that. Like,
because I never had no static with it.
Yeah,
I ain't never had no static with it. But again, you had some people that had an issue with him.
Then like how he was handling it.
Now, I did have issue.
Like all the 5'5" that got dog walk, man.
I had an issue with.
You can never come back to the school.
I had an issue with our female assistant principal because it seemed like she was harder on men, or just me in particular, than anybody.
She probably saw greatness in you,
bro. But
what was her name?
What was the? I can't remember the lady name. She was. I really don't even remember the lady name.
Black?
I can say Black. Yeah. But the thing about it was, I was part of that where we was wearing house shoes to school, and she was like, Devo's on, right? And she ain't fool with that. Like, she like, nah.
What do you expect?
But again, look at what they go to school in now. Again.
They ain't got none of them in there no more like that.
So,
a lot of these people that's in, man, this is.
And I was a good kid. I was in like a lot of different clubs and everything, bro.
A lot of people in education now don't want to be there. They just there because Gen Z's taking up them spots. Because wait, we getting paid what, 55, 60?
So who does that? You just make sure you get the next job lined up.
They don't do that.
So I'm a hustler again. And Michaela, I have a regular job, and then she got little jobs, keep money in her pocket. That's what you're supposed to do.
How old is she?
Michaela went to school with us.
Okay, then.
So yeah.
It's a difference. They don't think like that.
So I can understand. Again, and then here's the other point. The other point is, do you know that certain things are now considered physical abuse? You can't even do that to kids, and it was done to us. Like
Man,
to no event. How
they
many?
used to pop your ass at school?
No. What was that you used to do on the football field, up and down the field? Was it bear crawls?
Yeah.
Up down.
Up there.
Up downs, bear crawl. Oh my God! Do you know if you do that now that it's now physical abuse?
Oh, because of them kids out there.
Shit, Coach Slater used to grab our facial hair and say odd or even, and he pull our
Boy,
facial hair and if he got either.
Coach
Yeah.
Oh man, Coach Slater. Boy, I had that boy my freshman year.
Bro, but that's what I'm saying. It's a difference because for us, it was like, you know what? That made you a better person because it's like, look, you ain't beating on me. I messed up. There needs to be a consequence. And this is my outlet. This is what I want to be a part of. So if I can't hold myself to a certain level in the classroom, it need to be addressed right here on the field or right here in the gym. So let's go on. We're gonna go on and run these up and downs. We're gonna whatever you're gonna do. You're gonna run these suicides until
Eggs.
Hey, now we're gonna run these bleachers and look,
man,
and until I guarantee you won't be in there cutting up in the classroom no more.
Or you won't get caught. One of the two.
One of the two. So again, but that's
the thing. They can't do that to these kids.
They can't. So again,
and the thing about it is,
mentally,
these kids now, they gonna quit. Oh, if that's what we gonna get done, I don't even want to do it. You ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do all that. This football.
That was a school in Rockdale. You talking about that school where the little girl's like 14, 15 years old and broke the teacher's leg because she made the teacher fall.
That's crazy.
Well, see, the teacher finna get paid.
Oh yeah, workers comp like
workers. She's finna sue the district.
She finna sue the school and the district.
Yeah, she finna get broke.
Yeah, she finna get broke. Like that leg.
Yeah, she done. She finna get that million, that 1.5, and be chilling.
But I say all that to say, you know, a lot of this stuff comes from just the type of parenting that's going on.
Like, you make your kids say yes, sir, no, sir.
Man, my daughter her teacher called me today. I need you to have another talk with her. Such. Yes, sir. And I got on my daughter and said, hey, we ain't finna do this. Got to write on together. I ain't get another call today. But I know my daughter got a little spice to her. I be having to check her sometimes. Be like, hey, look out. Cut all that out. You too spicy right now.
Every once in a while, Kelsey hit me.
But then, like I just talking about earlier with the lady at the grocery store with the whole pronouns and stuff. You teaching your kids, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. And they go out in the world and they offend somebody. They say, you misgender me. Then what you gonna do?
Hey,
but again,
my daddy right over there. Go talk to him.
And that, you know what? So my son had a situation happen, right?
Because hey, look, you said my child ain't finna talk to no stranger.
Yeah.
And for you to be an adult trying to tell my child something and you don't know me,
yeah,
I'm gonna slap the shit out of you.
So my son had an issue at school, and he was telling me something, and I said, "Now check it." He tells me Saturday morning when we leaving soccer or something, or on the way to soccer. We was leaving soccer. And I was telling him, I said, I overheard the conversation you had with your mom when you came in Friday night. I was waiting on you to come in there and tell me. He said, because I heard you talking about it, and she was saying it's a difference between how a mother's going to parent versus how a father's going to parent.
Absolutely.
And so when she gave the response she gave, not saying it was wrong, right, or indifferent, but that was the mother's response.
Mm-hmm.
He told me what happened. I say, and then that's when you call it, because they asked him, like, do you want to call your dad? Like, yeah, call my dad. I said, I guarantee it'll cut a lot of that stuff out because, see, I'm that parent that if you call me, I'm going to answer the phone. Like, I'm working or whatever. If I'm, hello? Hey, we got you. Okay, what's going on? Because then I'm going to ask you, okay, but what did you do?
Right.
Because they a child, and the one thing about my son, we have these conversations, and I try to level with him. Like, look, I'm never mad at the truth. I may be disappointed,
Right.
but I'm never mad at the truth. So tell me the truth, and we can go on and do whatever we got to do.
Right.
But when you lie, that's what's gonna piss me off. Then I got to go ahead and go to a whole nother thing, because if you'll lie about this, you'll lie about other stuff.
Make me
And
feel a certain type of way.
we can't have that relationship.
I've had that with my oldest daughter. Like, so you didn't lie to me, and I know you lied. I gotta push back from you, because now I can't trust you.
There you go.
And I'm too serious when it comes to people lying to me. So it's like, you lied to me. Oh yeah. So now I'm looking at everything you say from that point on. I'm second guessing everything, what you really meant by that. Like, I don't trust nothing you say at that point. That's just how I am. So lying to me is like, all right, yeah, you're not telling the truth. Like, and it'll put you in a hole with me, because it takes a lot for me to get back to the point of, okay, I'll actually listen to you now. Because anytime, like, after that point, when I get to that point, it's just like, you can tell me anything, nigga. The sky is blue. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But I had that conversation with my son, and I told him, I said, nah, I'm always gonna have your back. But at the same time,
I still got to show you what's right and wrong. Like,
that's it.
And I know you're not a perfect child.
And I know you're not perfect. That's the other part. I know you're not perfect, but then I know my child enough to know what you're gonna do and what you're not gonna do.
But a lot of people say they know their child, they really don't.
No. I know my child.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I'm just saying a lot of people
say that and they don't know their child. That's the mistake. So my son, what they said was he went in the girls' restroom, and I said that's not something my son would do.
Oh no.
Like, he's not just gonna randomly go off in there. He told me the story, he got pushed in there. Okay. And I'm like, and so then you know how they go, oh, he in there, and everybody. So I'm like,
we were all kids once.
There you go. So I'm like, okay. So I said, and they was like, well, do we need to call your parents about going in the girls' restroom? Like, tell them call me next time. Because I know you wouldn't have intentionally. Yeah, I know you wouldn't have intentionally.
And I don't want them thinking that. Yeah, that's something you would do.
There you go.
So if
my
they
kids
see you by a girl's
restroom,
restroom,
bathroom. Fuck out of here.
So at that point, I mean, hopefully they asked him why he was in there, and he told them the same thing.
He was trying to tell them, and they was not trying to hear him, and that's why I was like, tell them.
Look at the camera there. Is there a camera right there? Put it on the camera.
Because if you need me to play administrator over the phone for y'all too, even though you're a grown person, I'll do it. And you sure don't want to call my wife, who is an administrator. She gonna get on your head. So it's like, don't call me though, because you're gonna get it wrong.
Nah, I'm at least give it to you.
I'm not even gonna play with you, because I want you to understand. Yeah, he is that. He's just like that. That's exactly who he is. Yeah.
I'm gonna at least give it to you more political.
Nope, I ain't gonna play with you like that. I'll let my wife do that. When you dealing with me, you finna get a real nigga.
All right.
I ain't finna cut no corners with you. It is what it is.
So I think we might have hit everything tonight. We did even hit the extra point with
y'all ain't get the Beyonce tickets though?
Bruh. So first of all, Beyonce lost her. And this is everybody in the Beehive. I'm not leaving nobody out. If y'all want to go forfeit y'all tax refund to go see Beyonce, go right the fuck ahead.
They are.
That's the one time I cussed tonight.
But this ain't because of what this isn't Beyonce's fault. This is the scalpers.
Yeah, hey.
These are the people who got these bots, and as soon as these tickets are released, they buy them all, and then they resell them.
Yep.
Make that money.
I mean, I got a bot. So whenever I want to buy like some shoes or get a raffle, me and my partner, we went half on the bot. You know what I'm saying? So we use the bot to get shit we want to get. You know, I don't be abusing it. I get 2. I don't get like 30 or something.
I'm gonna holler at you about that later, because I need some on the next release. I got it. Yeah.
My wife just came in here. I'm gonna go ahead and watch from the phone. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man.
All right, bet, bro.
All right. Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, you honestly, if you want to spend your money on the Beyonce tickets, bro, sis.
If you got it, you got it.
If you want to spend, you talking about $1,500 in those.
If you got it, you got it.
Bro, if you gonna spend that much to be in a nosebleed,
They spend that much on purses that ain't got no money in them, so shit, why not? They do it all the time.
all right. Hey,
Buy shoes, $1,500. They do it all the time, can't afford it. When you start buying shit that's more than your bills, and you living in an apartment.
But you know what? And I'm gonna say this.
stupid.
I'm gonna say this part. A lot of people don't realize how this all works, right? So they thinking that Beyonce is the one that's driving these prices. It's not.
It's y'all.
No, it's the arena or the venue or whatever.
Beyonce gonna get hers regardless.
Because Beyonce has negotiated what her price is.
Yeah.
They trying to recoup.
So you gotta blame Beyonce. If you say it like that, then you gotta say, well, shit, Beyonce wouldn't charge that much if y'all wouldn't pay that much.
Yeah, that's true. Because she just did that Dubai for $24 million.
Hey man, if you work to get your bread, I ain't hating on nobody. Hey, get your money. Get your money.
I can't pay that kind of money for somebody who put their pants on one leg at a time like I do. I'm sorry.
Some people paying that much for an experience.
I'm not.
But I'm like $1,500, nigga. That's Jamaica.
Yeah. Yeah. All inclusive. Yeah.
And if you do it right, that could be you and your old lady.
If you do it right.
Just saying. No, you gotta weigh it.
Nah.
$1,500 though for a couple of hours.
Nah.
And they don't come with no sucking, no love me long time.
Damn.
Man.
Now $1,500 for everybody. Put your hands up. All right, go ahead and wave. Y'all know the words.
Do your thing. I've never gotten excited about stuff like that. So it's like $1,500. Yeah, I can find plenty of other shit to spend $1,500 on.
See, Beyonce Lemonade tour was $300 when Kellen say he had first met his wife. $300. He bought her and his mother-in-law tickets.
So now you finna go spend $3 racks?
Can't do it. But hey, to each his own. I mean, you're gonna do what you want to do regardless. Because now folks is debating whether they're gonna do Beyonce or Lil Wayne.
I think the only thing that makes me mad is I've seen people spend that type of money on shit, and then the next day call and ask somebody to borrow money.
Ah, man.
And to me, it's like, if it's gonna put you in a position to be borrowing, you don't really need to do that shit.
Yeah, hey. If you gotta stop,
but I mean, the tickets gonna get sold regardless.
You gotta go. You gotta do
niggas
a
gonna take out
GoFundMe
loans and everything for that.
Oh, nah. Yeah, that's dumb.
It is what it is. If you can afford it, do your thing. And what I mean by afford it is, it'll come out your account and you won't blink twice.
Man, I look at it like this, bro. I'm with you. If you want to spend your money on that, you want to do that, go right ahead.
Have fun. You only live once.
I only live once, but I want to make sure I can live as long and as comfortable as I can. So, hey, $1,500, that's a mortgage, my mortgage and then some, okay? Yeah. My mortgage ain't $1,500.
Man. That'll help on my mortgage.
That's because you went and moved and got, and then what kind of interest rate you end up getting?
Lowest. I got it way before the shit went up.
Okay.
It's half. My shit is half of what it is now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
they do it at the club. You right? You in the club paying to get into the club?
But see, when I was moving like that, I was making a different type of money too. And the way I was looking at it is, this dope money, I can make some more tomorrow. Okay. Well, you work low 9 to 5. Nigga, that's probably your check.
Yeah, I ain't spending my check, bro.
I don't know. But some people, that's their lifelong dream to be in the same room as Beyonce, even if it is nosebleed. They want the experience. People pay anything for a nice experience. So
I'm not those people. I got limits. Hard limits on what I'm gonna pay for what experience.
I'm saying if my wife wanted to go, if she really, really wanted to go, she would go by herself. or somebody else that was gonna go. Maybe Austin would have to buy his wife a ticket too, because they ain't buying two.
Right.
I would do it, but I know my wife would be like, "Nigga, 1,500? Hell no, they ain't streaming it nowhere." Because to her,
Wow.
no, because to her it's like it's so much I can do for my kids with 1,500
Right.
that she would rather do something for the kids or for the whole family than the.
That's what's up.
I don't see it. It'll be out. They gonna stream it. It's gonna come out. That's gonna be the next thing. She's gonna do her tour. Then it's gonna be a movie on Netflix. Then you get
they gonna do a whole Netflix special. And
There you go.
Yeah.
She gonna get a bag off there too, boy. Yeah. She probably finna make a bill
Wouldn't surprise me.
on this tour. 1,500, and they doing it. Where is it at?
I don't even know where it's stopping.
They can do that bitch at the Reliance. She'll still get sold out. It's gonna get sold out like the
What?
rodeo did last year.
Man.
Think about this. It was what, 72,000 people in there? Think about if they get 72,000 people in there with Beyonce, 1,500 a pop, and that's the minimum.
That's the minimum, yeah.
Sheesh. Nigga, do the math.
I ain't even trying to do the math. That's just too much money. So yeah, we didn't hit everything tonight. Ain't nobody got no other questions or nothing like that. Kat gonna miss the next few weeks because our daughter's doing track. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to work that in. And yeah, man. I mean, I ain't got nothing else. You got anything you want to tell these folks before we get up out of here?
And everybody drink some water, man. Boy, got some just drink some water, man. Nah, seriously though, like everybody try to be. I mean, I even do this myself. Like every day, I wake up and try to be better. And I mean, by any means, like just try to be a better person. If you quick tempered, try to keep your shit together for a day. Just try to build up to just be better every day, man. And treat people how you want to be treated seriously. Not how you want to be treated in that moment. Just treat people how you want to be treated seriously.
That's a good one.
So
I ain't got nothing to say but what I usually say. In life, don't go where you're tolerated, go where you're elevated and celebrated. Four Kings Podcast, ENT.